pasa, mi amigos? Nima here. I want to talk about a game I picked up recently called NPC'S Odyssey. This game is hilarious, it's cheap, and it's a lot of fun. But before we get into it, I want to remind you to please hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I do reviews all the time. I spend a ton of money on video games, so you don't have to. Anyway, NPC'S Odyssey is, I would say, one of the most creative games I've played in quite a while, only because it really takes the idea of being an NPC in an RPG world and magnifies that, puts that on a platform that many of us who play RPGs can 100% understand. There are so many inside jokes that really blossom in this world. So you play as Jack, and essentially you see that there's monsters that the king has commissioned for them to be dealt with, and you show up to try to become a hero, try to get that certificate that you need to be a hero, to find out that you're too late and the hero has already been there. And you go back to your house, and as soon as you get into your house, the hero shows up into your house and he loots your items. And as many of us who play RPGs, we understand what it's like to be the hero. You go into a new town, you just go into houses and you open chests and you just take stuff. And that's what the hero does here. As Jack, the NPC, this really bothers you. That's your gold. You've been saving up for it. You quickly also realize that this entire world that you live in is tailor-made for the hero. Everything, including how big your village is basically for the hero, so he doesn't have to loot as much, or so it's not as boring. And everywhere you go, you find out everything is for the hero. Well, you quickly want to track down the hero, because if nothing else, get your gold back. Let alone, maybe, I don't know, give him a piece of your mind. On your way to track down the hero, you come across a few people yourself who really fit into that, like, B-tier outcast kind of group that you've now formed, and they are some of the best characters, some of the greatest dialogue. There's some just hilarious writing in this game. I think that without a doubt, the storytelling and the writing is the star of the show. There is quite a bit of battles, though, to be honest, but it's very bare bones. Like, think NES style, like, RPG kind of games. Like, there's not a lot of emphasis on like skill or growth or change. It's in there. Like, they're still in there. That, like, basic RPG mechanics is still in there. Like, maybe like Dragon Quest 1 to 3 in that range. Like, kind of. Like, maybe not as expansive as Dragon Quest 3, but yeah, old school Dragon Quest would be like the best I can say, like, to compare it to battle wise. There's, again, it's there, and there's a lot of growth to be had, but it's not anything to write home about, because this game really does live and breathe with the story. The writing and the storytelling is done so well that this game just, it really does suck you in. Now, it's not a very long game, and I think that's probably for the best, because even though this idea of being an NPC is kind of interesting, it quickly will get boring. Like, the idea of it playing off of being, not the main guy, yeah, that's great, but you really got to expand on it. And I think, though, like, this game being short and sweet does it really, really well. And they formulated the game to play out that way. Now, not only is it, like, I would say really good for the fact that it is short and sweet, and the combat is really simple, and everything just, like, calls to pick up and play. The other thing that really does call for you to play it is I spent like $4 on it, which is great. Like, it's just a nice little palate cleanser in between other, like, games that you're playing right now. If you're playing Triangle Strategy or Elden Ring and everything's so heavy, you just pick up this game, play for a little bit, have a few laughs, call it good. You're not going on some epic quests to find, like, special weapons or beat ultimate enemies. No, that's not really what this game's about. This game's just kind of a visual novel mixed in with, like, some old school RPG fun. I really actually enjoyed it, and especially for the price. Anyway, I'm kind of curious what your guys' thoughts are on it. If you're thinking about picking it up, if you've played it, if you've heard of it. Honestly, I don't know too much about it. Like, I should have looked more into it, but I just got it because I had quite a few Nintendo coins, and I saw it was like $4, and it looked interesting. And I've done, like, zero research into it, but it's been fun. So, anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Take care. Love you.